Hello everybody, today we will learn how to do a few stuff on Illustrator. So I'm gonna go very easy and slowly explain you what everything does. So basically this tool, it's called selection tool. When you take your cursor onto it, it will display what it does. However, if you click on the corner of this little arrow and press on it, the tool will go all the way down. However, a lot of people prefer to have it this way because your mind kind of knows where the buttons are and how to get there very quickly instead of searching everything all over. And then let's do File, New, and you can just keep whatever size you want, 1280, 720. This is the size for the YouTube thumbnail, but we've just created output size just to learn few things. So with this tool, I'm going to tell you the difference, what it does. They both look like an arrows, but just say you click on there and press shift. If you press shift and draw it, it will keep the same ratio all the way. As in height and width, it will remain same if you press shift. If you just draw it without shift, then it will become more flexible. Then you can set it to whichever width or height you want. So this is the difference. And then if you press Alt and draw it, so it'll start from the middle, whichever dimension you draw, it goes into its ratio basically, but it goes from the center if you press Alt. And if you press shift, it'll go from the edge. If you press control, then it gives you three options how you want to draw it, or even if you don't press control, it will remain same. So I'm going to draw a square. Now once you've drawn the square, you always click on this because this arrow, it does all the stuff. Now what you can see, if you press shift and drag this down, as you can see, and then if you press Control and D, it'll keep repeating the same pattern in the same way. Can you see? So if you drag something with the shift key, and then if you press Control and D, it will repeat the same pattern. Let me give you a really good example. Let's draw a different tool. If you press rectangle, well, this tool, if you take your cursor there, it will tell you it's a rectangle tool. And then if you press it and hold your mouse button, it gives you more options. So let's draw this icon. It's got 6 sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna make that slightly smaller so you can see. Now I want to repeat this so many times. So what I can do is press shift and drag it down. Can you see it just fitted in the window? But I want to get it. Let's zoom in and then work on it. The more you zoom in, the more accurate it gives you the line art. So I'm pressing shift key and I've dragged it down. Oops, sorry. Click on it. Press shift and drag it down. I want to try and get it into the exact. Slightly gone down a bit. Yeah, better. Now, if I press Control and D, because when I did press Control and D, it shifted up because that was the last action I did. So I'm going to try that again just to show you. Click on the item, press Shift, and then place it where you want. And then press Control and D. Can you see it just keeps repeating the same action what you did with the Shift key. However, if I copied that and if I copied it by pressing Alt and Shift, so just say I press Alt and Shift and drag it down, so it's moved it from top to bottom because I pressed Alt and Shift. Now if I keep pressing Control and D, it will keep repeating the pattern now. Can you see? So it'll paste on exact spot where I wanted it. Yeah, so can you see how beautifully this pattern has formed? Now I'm gonna put all of them together. So it's called grouping. If I press each item, it keep moving away. Can you see? So in order to put them all in one, then you just basically highlight it all, and then from Object, click on Group. Now you've grouped it. So it just become one item. Now I want to paste this, press Alt and Shift again. Well, I'm going to press Alt only and move it there. Slightly thicker on this side. It's all about perfection, this program. So press Alt and drag it. Then I'm going to press Ctrl and D over and over again. Can you see it's going in the same direction? And it's created a unique pattern. Look at that. It's so nice. Then highlight it all. I can rotate that slightly this way. Whichever way you want. And then let's ungroup all that. So each box becomes individual. And color it in and see how it looks. It gives you that touch of a 3D, doesn't it? Can you see that? It just stands out so much. Anyway, so this was how to repeat your icon over and over again. Let's get rid of all that. Let's do something else. Let's create a repeat pattern. Now if you press on this and press once again, it will give you this box. Basically this box is asking you how many slides do you want in your drawing. Just say if I want 7, enter. It created 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Another way of doing it is press the button, draw it, and then press down arrow or up arrow. Yeah, can you see it just keeps adding the sides? So it's 3 4 to start with. If I press up 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, let go. So basically I've created 10 designs, well 10 sides. I'm gonna drag that with Alt key and place it there. Now if I press Ctrl and D, it'll keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Yep, because I went that way, you went that way. Now I want to repeat this pattern here as well. So Control and D, sorry, Alt and drag. Still not happy about it. So drag, Control and drag. If I press Control and D, it'll keep repeating because I came that way. So it's going to repeat the same pattern in the same way. To undo it, press Control and Z and you'll just go back to your last action. Okay, this is the way to design or repeat drawing over and over again within the same ratio, same wavelength. There's a lot of ways that you can put everything together. Let me give you a very quick tour. Just say I've drawn this this many sizes, yeah, about 6 sizes. Then what you can do is press highlight it, press Alt and drag, Alt and drag, Alt and drag, Alt and drag, Alt and drag. You can create so many. Yeah, there you go. I've created so many. Now how to put all of them together in a straight line at its perfection. So basically you highlight it all and then this menu will appear, this one. So basically what we're telling that I want it in the middle, vertical align center. So they're all in a straight line now. Can you see? Now I want to space them out. So space in the middle. So they're all spaced out very nicely. Because they are patterns overlapping each other. This is why it's appearing this way. But if I put it this way, look at that. It's just beautiful pattern. Now I can create outlines of every single pattern. There you go. And then you can ungroup it as well, so everything becomes individual. Can you see that? So it's a really nice 3D box. It's like an envelope for the postage. So if you delete one item and make it slightly bigger, then it becomes a box for this. There you go. Once you've drawn something, you can add so many colors into it. So many reflections, so many colors. It's unlimited, this program. You can never run out of designs or patterns. You can create millions of designs. Millions and millions of designs. It's just amazing the way they have it designed, the Illustrator. It's just awesome tool. But to do this, you need lots and lots of patience. Making sure all the children are asleep and you are doing your work. Can you see? So you can create so many logos with drawings. Now just say let's say I want to keep this simple and I want to make it a repeat pattern. Drag it and put it there. Press Ctrl D. Can you see? And then resize it. You can just resize it in many different ways. You can. Now I want to repeat this pattern. This as well. Delete that. Delete that. Highlight all that. I want to put it this way now. And then press Ctrl D. It's going that way. Now you can align it yourself by highlighting it all this way and then press align and then align. So you can align that this way, highlight all and align this way. I'll show you how beautifully it looks when it comes to excuse me. Oops, I've highlighted the wrong one. Let's get rid of some. Let's work on these three. Yeah. So I've designed this. I want to add really nice diamondy type of effect on here. So I'm gonna draw a little instead of doing that I want maybe triangular, maybe star would look better. Bit too big. There you go. Put one there. Then I'm going to repeat that pattern, so I'm just going to put them all accordingly. Then I'm going to align them in a straight line and straight, same spacing. There you go. And I want to add that there as well. Right, okay, so when you do this, if I did all the effects online, and then you align them we are actually just doing anything and everything. So aligning like that. Then you can group all that. Then you can repeat this as many times as you want by just dragging it. Now you can see, because there was no star on there, so there's no star on this side. So now I'm gonna split this out. I want to color it very nicely. Different colors. Zigzag always looks better in its own unique formality. Black and white shade. You can add a bit of just see. You can have mixture color. You can turn that into like double click on here. Sorry, this tool is called gradient, and then once you double click on it, this will appear. So you drag one color there, you can see it's turning into glowing type of pattern. And then add another color. You can change this color into whatever you want. So because we want to glow it out a bit more type of a yellowish. You can reverse this order as well. So, and then it's easier to apply all the effects to all the stars very easily without having to doing them individually. So all you need to do is highlight all the stars and then click on this tool. It's called this is mesh tool, and the tool underneath it's redropper tool. So when you click on it and then click on whatever color you want, and then everything will become same. Or you can from here choose whatever color you want. I'll stick to white. Just click anywhere. Now I'm going to group that. I'm going to tilt it this way. And then I'm going to drag all that into brushes. Pattern brush. Okay. Okay. Now what's going to happen? Watch. I'll draw a circle. But I want this circle to be in this design. So I'll just click on there. Can you see how one pattern created so many different patterns? You can have different settings, stretch to fit, or add spacing. Okay, apply strokes. You can see how beautifully this has formed its pattern and at its own excellence. Can have another pattern with a different angle, different size. Okay. When you double click on it and then give further option, you can see it's just rotating the ratio on size and its appearance. Right guys, thank you for watching. I will come back with more designs in due course. Thank you.